Hello and welcome to Access Paranormal Podcast. This is number 3. Number 3 already. And joining me again in the studio, we've got my co-host, Jonathan Sullivan.
You all right, Joe? How have you been?
I'm fine. Thanks. You're trying to wind me up again, aren't you? You've been doing it all the time. What do you mean? How have you been? We all came in the same car.
We've not seen him for a week.
I know, yeah.
Well, you must have been asleep because he was in the same car as us through. And, well, I might as well introduce him now. And this is Marie, my partner, Marie Spriggs.
Yes.
And here we... Sorry?
You all right, Marie?
I am all right. Thank you for asking.
How have you been?
I've been brilliant.
Good.
It's been a good time. We've had good weather and it's been good.
I can't believe you two are asking how you are. We're all in the same car. You're not listening to me, are you?
We've not seen each
We're
other
not
for
in
a
a car.
week.
You are? You're in my car?
We're in Pod Cafe.
Studio.
Okay, we're in Pod Cafe. Good one. As you can tell by the cups. I'm only doing that so I can have a drink. So tonight's show...
Let's throw it in there, innit?
It has. And tonight's show, we'll be talking about an investigation we all went on this time. Last time you didn't come with us and it was brilliant.
I know, yeah.
This time you did come with us. It was okay. A place called Llanfyllins Workhouse, and we went with Haunted Buildings UK, Paul Smales.
Yeah.
What a fantastic place.
Brilliant, wasn't it?
Did I announce that right then? Llanfyllins.
We don't know.
I don't know.
What do we call it?
That's what you're using my pronunciation.
Mm-hmm.
The Workhouse.
The warehouse in Wales.
Anyway, it's Llanfyllins. If there's any Welsh people out there and you know the place, if you want to, you can call us or whatever you want and let us know how to pronounce it. In fact, we've got a recording of a gentleman who recorded it for us, haven't we?
Yeah.
So yeah,
Still can't say.
I still can't say. That's true. Yeah, and other things we'll be talking about in the show as well. In a little bit, we'll be talking about scariest moments we've had on paranormal investigations, and also, would you ever? I threw that, and you didn't. You two didn't know that was coming up, but it's coming up.
We know what you're going to say.
And also, we'll be talking about an app. A certain app. There are other apps out there, but we've been using a certain app, so we'll be talking about it.
We've been giving it a go, haven't we?
We have. Anyway, let's start off with Llanfyllins Workhouse over there in North Wales.
Smarty
Llanfyllins. Smarty, but what a fantastic place. And what we'll do is we arrived in the evening, didn't we?
We did.
I think it was about 8:30 when we got there.
Yeah.
Freezing night again. We always pick freezing nights. Then again, it is
Freezing.
winter time, wasn't it?
I think it was the coldest place I've ever known in my life.
Yeah, and the picture we're just about to put up now, there it is. That's what it was like when we first arrived. It was dark. It was, but beautiful place. I mean, that's just a part of the building. It's huge, absolutely huge. Highly recommend it. And in fact, we'll be talking about Paul and that because he does that regular, doesn't he, on Haunted Buildings? So we'll give a little bit of a what's saying because what he does is fantastic anyway. But we've got to say, when we got there, we were in awe of it.
Huge, wasn't it?
Huge.
It was.
We got lost at first. They took us around, but
we still got lost. It's nice. I could get lost in a cardboard box, me. But yeah, I mean, as you're walking in the entrance, we were like, that was the picture I took on the night, and we knew we were lost, weren't we? Straight away, we didn't know where we were. Paul, thankfully, was standing there, and he said, "Yeah, come this way, come this way." We went into the dormitories where we were sleeping for the night.
Yeah, well, that's we picked our dormitory. Yeah. We went through, didn't we? The others were filled up a bit.
Yeah.
And there was just these. Well, we was got top and tail because it was a single bed.
It was that cold. They were building snowmen in the room.
You was in the top bunk originally, but
we ended up in the Sullivan Hotel, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah. His car.
Probably warmer
we ended
than
up
the bed I
sleeping
slept in. I tell you.
Sorry.
Probably warmer than the bed I slept in.
Probably was. Whose bed did you sleep in?
Jesus. The bottom bunk.
He ended up in the bottom bunk instead, you know.
Yeah. And we'll talk about my embarrassing moment when we were there as well.
Yeah. But all the doors were open. They were big, massive doors, weren't they? And a lot of them, they were open. But going from there, we went into, there was about 3 or 4 bedrooms, a big shower room, and then it led into the kitchen.
Yeah.
Huge kitchen, dining room,
kitchen
everything.
Was nice and warm, wasn't it?
Yeah. So, and that led, if I remember, we come back out and you can take a different avenue into the main part of the garden at the front.
Yeah.
Well, we did do a walkabout. We have got a video which should be on YouTube. Well, it should be on YouTube now, shouldn't it? The walkabout
should be, shouldn't it, Jamie?
What are you trying to say?
No.
If it's not on, remind me. If it is on, hey, well, better. That video itself, we've done a 10. No, it was a 30-minute walk, wasn't it? Because the building was usually massive building, wasn't it? So we did a big walk on that one.
We did.
So that one should be on YouTube anyway. Go and have a look at it. Fantastic place. I highly recommend booking it as well. But let's talk about the night when we've done the investigation. I mean, Paul had he had members of the public there, and they were brilliant. Everyone got on with each other, which was good. Yeah. And we started off. Well, you started off. You joined in with the human pendulum.
We did.
I'm saying no more. I'm going to let you two talk about it because I just can't get into this conversation.
Do you know, it was really good.
It was.
Surprised.
Because I've done it in the past.
Yeah.
And you can feel energies and get, the little ball going and rubbing of their hands and that. But it was.
It was. Did feel the energy.
I could really feel the strong energy behind me. Not as much in front, but behind me. Fantastic.
For nobody who's done the human pendulum, could you just get a little bit of an explanation on how it works?
So,
I won't laugh.
It's
I
like
promise
a piggy in the middle.
You were in the middle, weren't you?
I was.
There was a lady in front of Marie,
and
I was behind. My hands like that.
Yep. So we get our energies going, don't we?
3-4 foot away from you.
Even though it did feel a lot closer, and then the other girl was in front,
like that,
with her hands in front, so they were both. I was in the middle, and that's how it goes. So then it's a matter of asking questions, and that's how we did it anyhow.
Yeah,
we noticed in other groups, we noticed that they were doing different ways about it.
Yeah,
but they were asking questions, and apparently off my the way I was moving or something, or that was the answers, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But I tried to keep my eyes closed. One time I did fall over a little bit, and I just
definitive answers though to the questions.
Yeah,
really. No,
it's but
the
energy was unbelievable. Because I actually thought, I said to you, how
you
close
thought
are you to me?
Touching your back?
Yeah, because I did feel something on my back as well. Yeah.
So 3 or 4 foot away.
That was
so
mad.
Now you've done that, how do you feel? I mean, you know my opinion about the human pendulum, and that's my opinion. Nobody else's.
That was my opinion. And I'll just put out.
It was good.
Loads of rubbish.
We enjoyed it for what we did.
Sorry?
Loads of rubbish.
Yeah.
You thought it was a load of rubbish?
In the past, I have.
Yeah.
Because I have done it in the past, but the way I've done it in the past was not like that. No, when I say it's not like that, it was the same. But when we did it there, we done it in small groups. So you had about, I don't know, how many people would you say was there?
I'd say there was about 7 or 8 different groups of
pendulums. There was 7 or 8 different
easily.
groups of like 3 people doing this in one room. When I've done it before, you only have one group of people and everyone else in a circle around.
Right.
So that's how I've done it before.
That's my experience of the human pendulum. I remember seeing it and I was just thinking, no.
Anybody can do it. Anybody can. Different. Yeah. Because anybody can rock and everybody can move to what you want. But because we trust each other and everything like that, the energy was unreal.
Well, you know how I feel about things like that, Marie, because you've heard me moaning about it before. I'm always moaning. But what was your opinion? Because, you know, is that the first time you've ever done a human pendulum?
No,
stop it, Leah.
I didn't. No, I did
it before.
I know. Sorry, Leah. I didn't mean to insult you. It's Jonathan.
I did do it years ago. And I just thought, this is a load of not too good. Yeah.
If people enjoy it and they think it works, who am I to say, you know,
I think you're either for it or you just think, nah.
But we just give it a try because we wanted to join in. We wanted to join in with the other groups and everything.
But you put it in a good perspective there because, like you said, Jonathan, I've only seen it in a full where there's like 10 or 15 people in the circle.
That's right. And
3 in the middle.
I do it in the middle of everyone.
I've never seen it.
Looking at it your way, I've never seen it done the way Paul suggested doing it.
I've never seen it done.
And that's the only way I have seen it.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
so maybe
Okay.
I'm a bit tunnel vision on that at the moment. So
Yeah.
hopefully,
maybe you should give it a go.
okay. I'll tell you what.
I
We'll
agree
give it.
on that,
I'll give it a
Jonathan.
try. I'll give it a try.
Mm.
But you've got
I'm
to take
open
it
for that.
serious.
I'll
and
I
we'll see
promise
how
you.
it goes.
I promise
Okay.
you. The next time we do it, I'll take it serious.
Okay.
But if it's still the same feeling,
No, that's fair
Yeah.
enough.
Yeah.
But
That's
at
it,
least
yeah.
you've tried, haven't you?
I have. Yeah. I mean, we done that. Then we went up to the master's room.
Master's room, big
Like
hexagon,
an
octagon.
Octagon.
Yeah.
Octagonal, I
so-
think it was.
Well, through there we went through. We've
Yeah.
got the outside space, so you might be able to
Yeah.
see first of all the outside space that we went into, and then we
The
led
building.
it over of the building,
Yeah,
the
that's-
outside.
Oh, right. Yes. Didn't see that picture turning up then, but
Oh, there
if you
go.
look at the picture there, you can see like that's the main entrance. The car park's to your left. As you
So
go
it's-
through, if you look in the top on the right hand side there, you can see like a tower. That's called the bell tower. We're not talking about bell towers again, are we?
No.
Oh, no, that was the other one, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That was the clock tower. Yeah.
So the octagonal room's just
The
below the
octagonal
bell
That's it.
tower.
It's directly below.
Yeah.
The,
'Cause
the window you can see there is the room, and what
Yeah.
it was is the master could actually look out in all four. There was a quadrant, wasn't it? So the master could
Yes.
look out in, and it was the ladies, the gents, the boys, and the
The
girls.
girls,
So
that's
he
right.
could stand in that middle room and
go
observe each
to any
room.
window.
Yeah, you could
Um,
observe like the gardens and
Yeah, yeah.
whatever you
So-
would call them.
He had all that. So he had that. So we went in there,
Mm.
and they'd done the table tipping.
They did.
Yeah,
But also at the same time, as we mentioned in the last show, we used the REM pod
yeah,
and we used the cat ball,
We did.
we did.
not spit ball, cat ball, right?
It's been fun, yeah.
And while they were doing the table tipping, you went and it didn't happen for you, did it?
No,
the table
nothing
tipping.
happened. No.
But in the actual room itself, the main room, because there was a couple of rooms off
Yeah,
it.
because we was off on a room,
Yeah.
Mm.
and we heard all the excitement going on in the other room.
Yeah.
So we followed in like everybody at all the other groups, didn't we?
Yeah.
But at the same time, we did have the REM pod going off on the window
hmm
as we was ready for
And a
Joe.
cat ball
Yeah,
on the
Yeah.
window ledge.
yeah.
That went
So
off.
they
Yeah.
were going off.
That's
yeah.
exactly the same time. So that
Yeah.
was interesting because there was no one near them.
No,
No,
I mean,
definitely
obviously
not.
there was people on the table.
Yeah,
that table
Um,
was dancing.
It was.
it was. It was.
Mm.
I've not seen anything like it.
No, me neither.
Yeah,
I think I recorded. I don't remember whether
you
I
did.
recorded it.
You did
Yeah.
record some of it. You could see the legs off the floor. You
Yeah.
could see the people. But I was trying to look in because you've got to judge who's on
You've
the
got
table,
to be
and
sceptical, haven't you?
you have, yeah.
You've got to be able to debunk things.
Well,
Yeah,
that's the
so-
main thing.
Let's
you've
be
got to
So
do
that's
is
what
to debunk.
we do. It.
Yeah.
We was
Yeah.
looking around. We was looking from the floor. We were looking at different angles. I was popping over the top,
Yeah,
Mm.
seeing who's on the table, who's not, and everything.
yeah.
And that's what you've got to do, really, haven't you?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I mean, when we've had table tipping in the past, we know
Yeah.
who's been on the table, and we know
Mm.
when we lift our hands off and who does and doesn't.
Yeah,
we go
right.
in a routine, don't we?
Just a little bit of a diversion, really. We did a table tipping once
Mm.
at one of our main places because there used to always be there was Mill Street Barracks.
Yeah.
And we did a table tipping there. Now, Roy, who's doing the Pod Cafe, his wife Jane was with us,
Yeah.
and the table tipped, and it went onto I'd say 70-degree angle.
Oh, right, yeah. I don't know about, yeah.
There was a glass on it, K2 on it. None of them
Never
slipped
moved.
off or nothing like that. It was as clear as anything.
Yeah.
And when we asked them to put the table down, the table went down nice and gently.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I've never seen anything like that.
I've never
Yeah.
seen that before.
And that table was really heavy.
Yeah.
You know, to lift it, for anybody personally to lift it, you'd have seen
You'd
them lift it because it was
struggle.
heavy. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So
But
yeah.
that never danced, did it?
no,
Like
it didn't
that.
No.
dance. But the one they were
But
on
I've
was,
never seen
Seen
a table
Well,
do
dance
that
is
before.
what it was
Yeah.
doing.
Yeah.
Mm.
I don't know,
and with the
very
K2,
strange.
sorry, with the K2, with the cat ball and the REM pod
But
going off at
going
the
off.
same time, it
Yeah.
was good. But going from there, I mean, we can't talk about everywhere we went because it was
No.
such a big place. And we
Yeah.
went late that night. Everybody decided to go to bed. It was the early hours of the morning.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is we went into.
We went into. I think it's on there now. The picture.
Is
I
it?
think that's up where we was
Yeah,
going into.
that's right. We went up into one of them rooms there, didn't
and
we?
into the dining
Um,
area.
I'm-
From
I'm
the
pointing
dining area.
As if
yeah.
anybody can see it.
Yeah.
As you can see that picture there, you can see the
Yeah.
road track going along. If you look up, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 windows. We were in
That's where we
that was where we were along that top floor.
Yeah,
Because it was just one big long floor, wasn't it?
that's right.
Part of it was closed off, but we were at the far end of there. And what happened is we were talking, we were calling out, and a couple of the groups who were stayed up late.
Yeah.
I can't believe that. Just digress again. 7 o'clock in the morning, they went to bed.
Yeah.
Or they went home without going to bed. Oh,
Mhm.
incredible. But we got a fantastic piece of EVP again. Now, we were
We
talking
did.
about EVP in the previous show. We're going to get these EVPs up. We're a little bit later on in one of the shows, we're going to talk about EVPs in a little bit more depth.
Yeah.
And we'll put these
Mhm.
audios on. We won't tell you what they are, because we'd like you to contact us and tell us
Tell
what
us
they are.
what you think they say.
So we won't say what was said on it, but
No.
it was a really good EVP. And it's after you said something about turn your backs. Everyone turn their backs so we're not looking at
Yeah.
each other.
Yeah.
So we was in the attic, wasn't we?
that's
Mm.
right.
And it was very old. You could tell because straight through to the tiles, everything like that. It was
Yeah.
because they're doing this building up, aren't they?
Yeah, they're doing a lot of work.
Yeah.
Aren't they?
So we was in on our own first, and then the other
Yeah.
group came to join us, didn't they?
Mm.
And we was thinking, let's turn our backs all, because I thought if we're all in a circle and we're asking them to come into the circle or into the middle, they might feel a bit
Yeah.
intimidated.
That's right.
So I thought, let's turn our backs and all
Yeah.
turn our backs and ask them to tap us each one on the shoulder, because we all want an experience when we go,
Yeah.
don't
Mm.
we? And that's when we heard the EVP. We didn't hear it on the night. Absolutely nothing on the night.
No.
No.
Fantastic EVP. We'll show you that. We'll catch up on that with
Yeah.
you.
It's a really good one.
And you know what? We've not even told the other group who we was with.
No,
Wait
we
till they
haven't.
find out
Yeah, they're gonna
about
find
it.
out about it.
So we was picking up shadows, we were picking up lights, little flashes. Rest of the group were feeling and sensation and being
Yeah.
touched,
Yeah.
everything like
Yeah.
that. But the EVP, that was fantastic.
Well, I mean, he'd only just opened the attic space up that day for us
That's
to
right.
go into.
Right, that was
Yeah,
not-
because nobody else had done it, had they?
Because
So we
I
were
think
the first
Paul took us
again.
up there last, didn't he? When
Yeah.
he was on a little walk around with him.
Yeah.
And do you remember the fella was there till about?
He was an
half
artist,
one,
wasn't
two in
he?
the
He
morning.
was, yeah.
He was an artist, wasn't he?
Because when we walked over to that bit, the car was outside and the windows were wound down.
Yeah, and we was
freezing cold.
wasn't he when he
And
walked
he-
out and I
He
nearly
came down.
and he
Yeah.
died because I didn't see him coming towards
I
me.
know.
Yeah.
I know.
But that was a good one. We've got to go to the library.
Yep.
We've got to go to the library. Quick one, because we're going to go on to our next subject in a minute. But
Mm-hmm.
quick one, the library table moved.
Yeah, brilliant.
And yep. Can we see the picture? What
That's
we've got?
the
No,
rear.
that's not the table. That's the actual rear of the
That's
building.
the-
yeah.
So if you look
Yep.
at that picture there, when you look through the gap in the building,
It's on the left,
it's in the left-hand corner. That's
Yeah.
where the attic space was.
Yeah.
That's where you go up to it.
and the library's just over there on the right hand
library was
side.
just to the
yeah.
right.
It is.
But a quick one is because I want to get on to the next subject. Is we've got to say that table moved on its own, and it was a huge and heavy table.
It was them
heavy.
big farmer,
Yeah.
tables.
Big farm, pine
Yeah.
farms,
Mm-hmm.
tables.
And
It
that
was brilliant. But
was brilliant.
we've got to say thank you to Paul Smales of Haunted Buildings UK
Yeah.
for inviting us along and letting us record it for the show. It was
I know,
fantastic. Get all the Haunted Buildings UK. They got some fantastic buildings to
They
go to,
do.
haven't they?
Yeah.
Just get on their Facebook page.
Yes.
No problem at all. Now, coming up, we're going to be talking about scariest moments. So, Jonathan, you didn't know this was coming up, nor did you, Marie, did
I
you?
didn't.
So, the scariest moments
Where'd
in
you
our...
get this from?
I just
I
felt like
know.
saying it. I just like throwing
jump
things in.
there with-
Well, listen,
Right,
everything's
off
in
the
an
cuff.
order. And you know what I'm like? I just throw things in just
You
to
do.
throw you out. You do it to me. You
Off
do it
the
to me.
cuff,
You
off the
catch me all the time. So I'll give it
Scariest
back.
moment.
Whatever.
Oh, let
Yeah.
me think. When was mine?
That's
He
get-
hasn't
that-
got
that-
any.
Come on.
That's getting cocky, that, isn't it? Well, I've got it.
Come
I've
on,
got
what
it.
have you got?
Yeah.
What have you got on me?
Yeah, no, I'm going to leave that. I want to savour the moment, you know. And it wasn't Southport when the wind went up your trousers,
Oh,
up your skirt. Yeah, no, that's different.
in the mirrors at the,
Yeah.
the mirrors. on self-port, wasn't they?
Yeah.
On the mirrors, and they had this thing, and it went straight up my trouser. Like, well, that made me jump.
I think the scariest moment was when she woke up next to me.
Probably. Every day.
Yeah, when the wind went up the thing, she went, woo!
I didn't. I
was
think
a
I
little
come
bit
out with a
louder
bit
than
more
that,
than
yeah.
that.
But scariest moments, I'm going to start with you, Jonathan.
Oh, God. Scariest moment. This
Scary or fascinating?
I've threw you in here, haven't I? I'll tell you what, do you want to
The
think
cellar.
about it?
No.
The cellar.
The cellar in Mill Street. The shadow.
Was that when you, Lee, and James Anthony was there? And,
Yeah,
Lee went,
because,
goodbye.
I mean,
Mm.
do you know when you go down there and you think, do you know what? We've had this shadow for the past few weeks. But then when there's been like 4 or 5 of you there and you think, oh, yeah, I'm all right.
Yeah.
Great, yeah. Someone else there and there's someone else there and there's someone up. We'll be fine. The 3 of us went down. We were just stood in the hallway. I think we'd been there for a minute. Literally a minute. And James Anthony asked for it. Right? Shouts out, yeah, nothing's going to happen here. So I think we just sneaked down with the recorder for like 10 minutes.
You did, because I was doing something at the other end of the
He
building, wasn't
was,
I?
yeah. And so we started recording it and we thought, yeah, we'll just do a quick like 5-10 minutes before Jamie comes and joins us, you know. And next thing, bloody shadow comes out the end room straight away. It comes straight to my feet.
Brave one.
Well, yeah.
Did you do a dance on the spot, or did you run? What did you do?
He did more than that on the
sort
spot.
of went- It was like in shock that it just like it just happened like that, and we asked for it, and it did it.
Happened.
But it was just the way it came straight towards me, and I was like,
Whoa.
yeah, I don't like this.
I want words with you.
Well,
yeah.
Well, that was on our radio show, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Access Paranormal Radio Podcast. And
That was quite scary, that, you know.
it wasn't for me, I wasn't there.
It wasn't for you, no.
But I remember you all coming back up, and then Lee went, goodbye.
Yeah,
He was gone.
yeah, because we all just turned around and we were like, right, don't like this, let's go.
Mm.
I think, talking about scary moments, I think it was when I actually seen something between the 2 girls of a figure, and the 2 girls got up and ran. And
In
they
the top classroom.
in the top classroom.
Mm.
That was scary for them. And at me, I was just like, whoa, because I seen the man top hat go in between them, and they shot up. They said, he's following her. I told you. And then they're going, we're not telling you about it. We've got to go. And they were really freaked out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you're scared. The only time I seen you scared was when we were at the 15th century fort, or the cannon placed in there. You got a bit nervous in there.
Oh, because when I was pointing to something, and just as I'm pointing, something about 2 foot away went, and I went, whoa, what's that? Because I knew there was nothing there that could have made the noise, and it made me jump, and I went, whoa, what was that? And you actually said, I've not seen you jump like or concerned, because I was thinking, what was it? Yeah.
Well, you know yourself, Marie's not like the bravest one of the whole of the Ghost Quest team, isn't it?
Nothing bothers her.
No. She goes anywhere and everywhere on her own in the dark. Do you remember when we were doing the show?
One day.
Remember one day when we were doing the show, we were recording it, and where's Marie? She'd gone down into the cellar on her own, recording the show for 15 minutes.
I know.
Me and you get scared going down together.
I know.
Yeah. I think my scariest, there's 2 of them on par with each other. And one was when I was interviewing Sean Kenner, which we talked about many a time when I was doing the show and recording it. And I had the bangings on the door, the window, the door opening, the voices and everything else. That was a scary moment. That was a very scary moment, actually. And I think the other one was when we were in lockdown and I had to go and do a check through at Mill Street Palace. We always had to go and do like a little bit of a check through. And I went in the daytime. And so just to keep myself occupied and calm, I decided to record on the phone, going around. I'm in the main hall, I'm in this, I'm in that. And I got into the cellar. I thought, oh, God. Anyway, I had the lights on anyway, so I was a bit braver than normal. And I got to the other end, I was talking about it, and it put me back to the wall to explain where I was. And suddenly this huge, dark shadow went right across me.
Ooh.
And I looked and thought, that's not my shadow. That's when I started to get really nervous and scared. It stopped me from doing the recording. and then it came right over me, and then it went again as quickly. It stayed for a few seconds, and it went. Pardon me. I've never ever. That's me drinking water. I've never ever been so scared as trying to get out that cellar. And it's not. It's long, the cellar, but it's not like long. If you get what I mean.
No,
but it felt
scared, though.
when you're scared, it felt
feels long.
horrible. It felt horrible.
It's
trying
like
to
one
get
of them
out
on
there.
their horror movies, isn't
Yeah.
it? You start running and the corridor just gets further and further, and more doors and more doors, and you
Yeah.
can't get to the end.
That's what it felt like.
But I'm going to throw one in.
Go on.
Oh, here we go.
Let's go for it. Go for it.
Allerton Towers.
Whoa, yeah. Allerton
And
Towers.
Jamie
You was.
nearly
That was your scare.
half. Swore.
You did.
Oh, yeah. I went, oh,
I heard.
yeah.
I heard
Yeah.
all
When I
about
saw
it.
the figure next to me. Yeah. I didn't say, I only half swore. I only said the offer.
Yeah.
The figure standing next to me, I saw it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's because you
Never
come
seen
back and
anything
you
like
was
that.
really spooked about that.
Yeah, that did rattle me a little bit.
And one we was talking about the other day, I know it's about you again, Jamie, but it's when
Am I the scariest? Am I the most scared person in
I think
our...
you are.
I think it's Jane. I'm pointing there as if Jane's sitting there. Like,
No, I think you're more
Jane's
scared.
good. She comes out with me. She goes to places and on our own and things like that. So that's good.
oh, fair enough then.
She goes for it.
Oh, yeah, okay. Sorry, Jane. Yeah. Oh.
Right, you've lost my train of thought now.
You
What was
said
I on
it was
about?
about a scary moment. Have I? Again.
It's one that we was talking about recently. Let me think. Oh God! Come on! This week we've been talking about it.
Have we?
Yeah, about a scary moment of you.
Oh, God, I could list them.
And he looks in the mirror.
Right. Well, talk. It will come back to me.
Okay, then.
It will.
Right.
Well, we'll go back to the scary moments when you find it, because at least I'm getting out of this one, aren't we? I'm going to do... I threw this one in. You didn't know I was going to do this. Would you ever? Right, I'm going to throw to Jonathan while you're thinking. Jonathan, would you ever do an investigation on your own in the cellar at Mill Street for half an hour?
Possibly.
Oh, talking about people. Let's talk about Lee. When we were doing a blindfolding on one of our shows, we put the blindfold on, and I found out he was cheating. He didn't put the blindfold on.
He didn't. It was me and him in different areas, and he was sat in the hall. I was sat near the toilets where everything. I had the things going on. You didn't record it, which I thought it was. And Lee, he said,
No mask.
"No mask." He said he couldn't stand it. He was too frightened.
I know.
Yeah. And then
Terrible.
Yeah, I was going to say, let's go back to the scary moments again.
Yeah.
I'm going to get you on the would you ever in a minute.
okay.
The other one was when we were sitting in the main hall, and we done an app which we got off Axiom. We're going to be talking about apps in a minute, but
Sensory deprivation.
the sensory deprivation. Oh,
That was
really good.
intense. That.
it was. It,
And we got quite a few of our names.
it did, and there was Lee. Lee
Yeah.
refused to do it, didn't he? In the
He
end,
did. He refused.
again, Lee,
Yeah, he wouldn't do it.
Lynn,
Yeah,
Lynn Murphy done
yeah.
it. Lewis done it.
Lewis done it, yeah.
Who else was there? Was Louise there? Can't remember whether Louise
don't
was there. or
think
not.
Louise was there.
She wasn't. No, there was just there was 4 or 5 of us, weren't there? We all done it, but
Yeah, we all done it.
Yeah.
Bar Lee.
Lee,
Scaredy cat.
are you listening, Lee? No, give him his due. Like he does join in quite well, doesn't he?
He does.
We're making him. I'm getting out of this.
Yeah, you know you are.
Yeah. I've had a lot of scary moments.
I
Have you
it.
remembered what yours
I
is?
have.
Go for it.
It was the first time that I knew that you'd got scared and that you seen something. Now, do you remember us talking about it?
I do.
In Crew.
In
yeah.
Crew, yeah.
And it was the first time because before that you're saying, I don't see anything, I don't see. What's everybody talking about? Yeah, I don't believe this.
Yeah.
No. Until it happened. I was in one group, you was in another group. And it come out and everybody goes, did you hear about Jamie? Did you hear about Jamie? And all this.
I'm sneaking off here.
Yeah. And, well, do you want to tell them what actually happened with the face and everything, what came?
Yeah, I mean, we were with a group we were with at the time, and Stuart, sadly Stuart's not with us, and he was a really good fella. And it was one of these things that happened, and I still can't explain it. I could see this room. I can still see it clearly now with the beds in it, like a hospital bed, but it wasn't. It was for like, it looked like soldiers or war people. I don't know.
Yeah.
And this was like this fella came towards me, and he had a hat on, like a top hat on, dark glasses.
Yeah.
And I remember rightly, he had I think he had a moustache, and he was like, it was really not a nice face. And he come right up to my face, and he was staring at me. Now, I can't explain it because I could see this as clear as we're sitting here now.
Yeah.
I felt as if I was in that room with them. Whether I'd gone into some kind of daydream, I don't know, but that was scary to me because I'd never experienced anything like that. And like Marie said, I'm one of these people, I used to go, nah, it doesn't happen. Nah. I'm you know what I'm like. I go
until it happens to you.
Unless it happens, I'm always.
That was the very first time I knew that something happened, and how scared he was, and how scared everybody else was with the reaction. And when we come out, and I thought, oh my God, I want to go in that group, you know. But from then onwards, I've noticed that started you opening doors for you, where you started seeing things started happening, and before that, we were both skeptics, really, but wasn't we?
Yeah, I always question things, though. I always like, even now, you know, I know we were talking about that. I still think about things like that and think, was it daydreaming? Was it that moment? In that moment, was it, we were all drawn in and we were all like, you know, like the way they do that, close your eyes and think of the white light going around you, etc. Was it something like that? But yeah, at the moment I was scared.
Well,
I'm always scared.
There's one. I was sitting in a house. It was when I lived in Newton. I'm sitting there, sofa in front of the window. It's watching TV. It's like a bay window. And I still swear to this day that a clown ran past.
Oh?
It's a mirror.
I still swear.
Was it the times when these people were going into the clown?
No. It was the middle of the day.
Yeah. So that sticks in
swear
your
a
mind.
clown ran past the window.
What did you do?
Did you go and check it out?
I did look out the window. Yeah.
You didn't.
I looked out the window. Yeah.
Yeah, you did see who it was, wasn't you?
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah. Well, it's a most of my thing.
There was no one clowning around.
Oh. Wrong podcast, Maria. You've got to bring jokes up like that. It's a wrong podcast.
I've been too near to you for so long.
Yeah. I'll tell you another scary one was when we went to a house, private house. I was looking after the kids.
Yes.
No, child. And
You was.
I'd never seen it. I thought somebody'd come in because like I was minding the child for them. And I heard the footsteps coming down the hall, and I shouted, "Is that you, so and so?" Nobody there. No one thought, he's going to try and jump out on me. He's winding me up here. That didn't happen. Suddenly, the atmosphere completely and utterly changed. Now they'd already said the house was haunted, didn't they? The atmosphere completely changed. And when I looked out the living room door, it was going blacker and blacker. I could see the stairs, the banisters.
Yeah.
Disappeared. It was pitch black as black could be. And anyway, the first thing I'd done then is I got the little kid and got him next to me. Rang up a friend of ours, Shell, actually in Paranormal. Give her a ring.
Yeah. Demonologist.
A demonologist. We've got to get her on. And she done some incantation or something, didn't she?
She did.
And before you and whoever came back, I put the phone down, explained to them what had happened. We got hold of Shell again, didn't we? She said to me, "Jamie, just go up the top of the stairs and put the phone at the top." I said, "You want me to go to the top of the stairs after what I've just seen?" Anyway, I was stretched, wasn't I? I couldn't stretch any further going up the stairs, you know. I was as far up the stairs as I could. Put it on the top like that. She'd done the incantation, and I got that back downstairs. She went, "Okay, you can go and get the phone again now." And seriously.
And what happened then? The words?
No, what happened was that calmed her for a bit until she could come down and do a house clearance.
Right. it's
Yeah.
That's right.
When they
Oh,
come
yeah.
and done the
Yeah.
house clearance, and
Yeah.
it was fantastic to watch. I wish they'd recorded, but obviously you can't.
Mm.
And as she was closing it, we actually heard "Mummy" like that. She went, "Ignore it." She said, "Ignore it. It's trying to it's
Make
trying to
you
play
feel
with your
so-
mind and
yeah.
everything else."
Really?
And after that, it went calm, didn't it?
Yeah.
That's
And
strange,
but she
eh?
did say it could, in time, build up again, and it did.
It did.
Just a tiny bit, but
That-
and we went back and done it. We actually done it for the
clearance
show.
before she,
Yeah.
after
Yeah.
she saw, well, as she was
So,
selling
yeah.
the house.
So,
that was
anyway,
that. Yeah.
coming up next, we're going to be talking about an app called the Spirit Talker. So, Jonathan, on your phone, not on your app, on your phone. Now, we've got one called the Spirit Talker. Now, a lot of paranormal
Mhm.
groups are using this, and we
Yeah.
got the idea off Haunted Scouts because
Mhm.
Chris and Adam were using it, so we
Yeah.
got it off them. Now, you've had it on
It's been on,
since
yeah.
the beginning of the
The
show.
show.
I mean, we haven't put it where you can hear the words. We had the volume down on it.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, you'd be getting
So
text
we've
through
been
and God
running it,
knows what
haven't
else.
we?
So you've been running it, and we've never been in. We don't know the history of this building. We don't know nothing about it. Maybe Roy could tell us a little bit in a minute. But you've had words coming up, haven't you? Now this app.
Quite a few.
Yeah.
Oh, have you? Right.
Yeah.
Now in the last show we were talking about what happened to me with the phone, and we were saying about we were talking about apps. What happened to me in the other phone? A quick reflect is words were coming up, and it was all about me, but it belonged to somebody else. The phone never met them
Mhm.
Yeah.
before, etc., etc.
Yeah.
And we've always been skeptic about apps. And then when we
We
thought
have.
about that, and then we thought about this,
Mhm.
it's
Mm.
changed our minds a little bit.
A little
We're
bit.
still
Yeah.
doing what we're doing is we're doing experiments with it
Yeah.
Yes.
to see if it works. When we take it to different places, we're doing experiments. Now, what we'll do is we'll talk about the experiments we've been doing. We're not going to say what it is now,
No.
but you've been doing it while you're here, and you've had quite a lot of words coming through. Now,
It has been coming up with quite a bit,
Yeah.
which is
What sort of
a
words
bit
are these?
unusual, really. We've
All
never
right.
seen that many before.
so
Okay.
what kind of words? Is there anything that's coincided with the show or anything like that?
We've had flames.
Well, I'm hot.
Emergency.
Only if somebody set fire to me. Sorry.
Emergency. Two ladies here.
Well, yeah. You, Marie?
And whoever it is, just give a big sigh because you were speaking.
No.
Yeah.
Go on, carry on then. And
Go.
go, yeah.
Yeah. Fortune.
hmm
Jason.
Jason.
Yeah.
hmm
Beatrice. Oh, I used to live here. That's
Used
just come up now.
I used to
Right.
live here.
Now I know Roy's at the back, and he's doing he's doing all the stuff for us in the background there, which he's doing a brilliant, great job there with Pod Cafe. Now, Roy, do you know anything about the history of the building at all?
I can't say I do, Jamie, no.
You don't know.
I'm off camera, by the way, so
Yeah.
I'll stay that
Yeah.
way if that's okay, yeah.
Roy's is the voice in the background. He's doing
Yeah.
all the work. We're going to get him on the show, though.
I mean,
We've got to get him on.
all I can say is a new building. It's probably around about 10 years old, something like that.
Right,
A
and do-
relatively new building anyway.
Do you know what was here before it, or?
I would imagine a lot of industry because of the way
Yeah,
we
it
are.
would have been
Right.
industrial,
Yeah.
really,
So
wouldn't it?
we'll have to
Yeah,
look that up, won't we?
Yeah, we'll see if
Flames
we can
again.
find any information. Flames twice.
That's twice.
Right.
Right. So as you can see, the app itself, it's coming up with all these words. Now sometimes we've been in places. Now we used it over in Berwick,
When we mentioned that last week, didn't we,
Yeah.
on the show?
but they were coming up with words where it was coinciding with the place English
Because they were having a war between Scottish
and
and
English.
English.
There was a battle there.
And it
yeah.
asked English, and we said, yes, we're English. Well, we didn't know the story beforehand,
No.
did we?
Mhm.
And also
Mhm.
I can make it colder
Colder.
and things like that. We won't go
Yeah.
through it all, but you know
Yeah, you'll be able
we
to
used
try
it.
that
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and we've used it in other places, and it's come up with things
This-
similar to
yeah.
there.
Yeah.
This one seems the more accurate one
Yeah.
that we've had
It
ever
does.
used.
Well, going back to Allerton Towers, we were talking about it before. Now, if anybody wants to watch it, it's Haunted Scouts. They went there and they were using the same app.
Yeah.
In fact, it was us. It was them that gave us the idea of using it.
Yeah.
And he was getting years, like 1920s,
Mhm.
and he was getting sentences.
Yeah.
The battery.
The battery.
I've never seen
Yeah.
that one.
What's your
before.
battery like on your phone?
It's a strange one, that, isn't
Is it?
Mm.
Yeah.
it? The battery.
So,
But-
yeah.
You
It's
know,
actually quite low.
Is it?
And it was charged.
But I mean, we found it quite interesting, this app. We have come up with that's why we didn't have the volume up, because he's getting texts off his wife. Get home.
It was me daughter, that one.
Yeah, was it? Where are you? You know, we took it to other places. Damage. We took it to other places, and strangely enough, the words have coincided to where we were.
Yeah.
They have on this one, because we have used loads of different spirit ones, haven't we? Spirit talk, spirit boxes.
My argument with these, it's like an Ovilus, isn't it?
Yeah.
Similar to what an Ovilus does.
Again, I'm not into the obvious.
It's
For obvious reasons. If you can do it, so can I.
I could say a word now in this room, and it'd be associated with someone.
Yeah.
Whatever word.
Yeah,
Car.
you'd fix something
I've
to
got
Cave in a
someone.
car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You could
And
say
you
anything.
can- you
could
can put
take
things to
you
it.
can,
Yeah.
But it's when it actually answers what you're asking for there and then.
Yeah.
That's when
That's
it's unusual.
what's
Isn't it?
unusual about
Because we've had
this
it
one.
before in the graveyard and in the chantry.
Yeah.
And straight away it told us the place we were
We
actually
were at. Yeah.
You know, it's things
I
like
remember
that,
that,
isn't it?
yeah.
Yeah.
That's
It
what
actually
makes
said graveyard. It actually said,
But
where
chantry.
are we? Graveyard. Then chantry come up.
Yeah.
And I mean, this app, it doesn't connect to your microphone
No.
or anything like that. Always, sometimes you'll get an app and it'll go
Mm.
allow to you use your
Microphone and that. Yeah.
and all the rest of the stuff.
Yeah.
It doesn't do anything like that, so it doesn't connect to nothing.
Well, my son Mark, I mean, he's into music. You know what he's like? He's very, very, very clever.
It's already got
Rubs it off me, doesn't he? But he's into all these like megahertz and everything else and that.
Yeah.
And he was saying about digital stuff, and he said to me, some of the apps, like the digital, and did we have a ghost then?
I think so.
The digital stuff.
I'll tell you, Jamie, and it's awful because the cameras, I'm not got a camera over there, but there's bags just kind of come flying off the wall. So I don't know, maybe.
Oh, if that says bag now or full, I'm going home.
Strange.
So, and that's been up there all the time, hasn't it, Roy? It's not been moved at all.
No, not at all.
Oh, interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Our
Strange
first.
one, isn't it?
Anybody here?
Yeah.
Come
Anybody
on, bring
here?
it
Leave the
on.
table? No, don't.
Talk to
Yeah.
us.
Raymond.
Raymond, are you
Raymond.
here?
Could have been Ray who done it.
Mm-hmm.
Could have been.
Who knows? See, this is where you can put stories
You can.
to the words.
And that's
It
exactly
shows
what
you how
we're
easy
saying.
it is.
Yeah.
So that gives a good example, doesn't
Mhm.
it? But I mean, we found it interesting. We still using it. We tried a few of these apps, and some of them are tripe.
They are.
You know, but
Some of them are not very good.
if anybody out there is using any apps,
And you want us
and
to have
they
a look
want
at
us to
it?
have a look,
And,
we're, as long as it's free.
no,
I mean, this
it's
one
only a
cost
few pounds. So
What
that
do you mean
one.
only?
Yeah.
If you see the gas and electric bills now, I'm buying another one. But if you, I thought it said Spirit Talker. That's the title.
Oh, my word. Where'd you get them from?
Don't ask.
No, but
If anybody's got an app that they find is fantastic, let us know.
Yeah, let us know. We'll try it out.
We've
Yeah.
got it. Give us an email.
Yeah.
An email on info.accessparanormal@gmail.com. You can probably see me looking at it. It's right in front of me, so it's great.
Sometimes, so.
Yeah,
That one
get on
there.
our Facebook page,
It's
Access
big one,
Paranormal
like.
Radio Podcast. I can't see. I've got eyes in the back of my head.
And once again, it's been another great night, hasn't it?
It certainly has. But what I've got to say is, next one we're going to be doing, we're going to have a guest.
Right, okay.
Because I'm sick of talking to you two. But no. But no, and I know we're coming to the end of the show. And if anybody does have any kind of equipment you want us to talk about, or if you want to send us any information or any subjects you want us to talk about, get in touch with us.
Yeah.
That's it.
The information's up there on our Facebook page, on Access Paranormal Radio Podcast. It is on there. They wouldn't let me change it.
Yeah.
Or please get onto our Access Paranormal
On
podcast
YouTube.
on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Subscribe, like, friend us, leave comments.
Yeah.
Give us any ideas that you want thrown on here, and we're more than happy to do it. But anyway, another show,
Yes.
I know.
another end of the night. And I've got to say again to Jonathan, thank you again for coming in with us,
You're not
even though
welcome.
you were in the same
You're not
car.
welcome.
What do you mean by that? I'll call you Lee. So Lee, I apologise to you in advance that I've been calling Jonathan Lee. That's because you're intelligent and he's not. And also, I'd like to say thank you to Marie for coming in with me again. We're all going to go home in the same car.
Yeah.
And I'd also like to say thank you to Roy Basness, who's along with Claire, who does this Pod Cafe in Speak. Have a look at that Pod Cafe, Speak, Liverpool, for letting us use their studio again.
Yeah,
Fantastic.
brilliant.
Please get down here. If you want to do a podcast on anything, get down here and book this place. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
So again, thank you so much for tuning in. Thanks for putting up with us, listening to us, and we'll see you again very soon. Thank you.